Hello there. So tonight we are going to try these switches out. So these switches are Everglide. People call it Aqua King or maybe Water King, and it's also like V3. I don't know like what the V2 or V1 version they are. But yeah, I got this from my sponsor, EL Board Keyboard Supply, which is actually not sponsored item. I just bought it before even they become my sponsor. So I really want to try them out. And also I got some Everglide V2 stabilizers. I want to compare them with the Durock V2 stabilizers. Hi! How are you tonight? Yeah, so basically just by looking at how the stabilizers looks, I think they look identical to the Durock, and I will probably just get some Durock stabilizers to compare. Yeah, I'm super interested into that because if let's say the Everglide V2 is same as Durock V2 and they are cheaper, why not getting them? It's same as the ZOPC stabilizers were pretty much the same as Durock, but they are selling like double the price. I mean, Durock doesn't really sell double price as Everglide, but still it's maybe like 25-30% more. So if you really get a bulk, like what are you trying to get? Okay, so this one is the Durock V2 stabilizers, and let's try to get some Everglide V2 stabilizers. Okay, I wish I don't really get like mismatch between them because they look identical. So let me just compare to you guys. So the left side is the Durock and right side is the Everglide. So this is the side. Yeah, maybe the lighting is not the perfect one. And from this angle, another side angle. Yeah, you can see the shape were almost the same at the bottom. And the top. Yeah, to be honest, if I just like mismatch them now, I probably cannot really tell which one is which. Yeah, that happened to me before when I have Everglide V2 or V1 stabilizers. I cannot really tell which is Everglide, which is Durock. Don't do stock Aqua Lube them. I use Mumax socket PCB, so I can always just like try the stock and lube them later. I don't have time to lube tonight. Especially, you know what? Based on the review, they don't need to have looped to get really smooth state. So I want to test out to see if that's the truth. Yeah, if it's not truth, then we will see. Okay, so we're going to build the Devastating TKL tonight, and I will say maybe these stabilizers will be fully used by that, since there's a tankless version. Nice! Switches to me tomorrow. Yeah, I probably will use them soon. And the Aqua King. First time unbox them. Okay, so I got some looped comparator switch. I'm trying to compare. Wow. I don't know. I don't know if I should really loop them at all. So I will definitely try to compare one looped and filmed and stock, but I will build everything with stock first and leave 2 empty ones so we can compare. But yeah, just like by the initial comparison or initial like impression, they are really smooth. And also there's no spring pin or the leaf pin. So pretty much very good state to work with. Yeah, you have the, I won't say fake or Olivia light, because if they are using the same white, same black color code, and they are produced by GMK, they are basically the GMK Olivia light. So I will probably check on whether they are okay. 7U we don't need. They are the same color code. So we are going to loop the Aqua color, and the reason is, let me show the keyboard. So the keyboard is the Aqua Devastating TKL, and this is the stabilizers we are going to use. So in case you thought this is just transparent, they are not. Yeah, we can compare this one with some transparent stabilizers. Yes, but now it's not, it's already sold. So I'm building for another client. So this is the transparent and this is the Aqua color. Okay, from the lighting it's really hard to tell. Yeah, I already offered this one to you maybe more than a month. Yeah, so the top is transparent and the bottom is the Aqua color. Yeah, I think this is definitely great one to match this theme. The Aqua Devastating TKL with the Aqua stabilizers and the Aqua King switches. Hey, thank you. Yeah, good evening. My girlfriend just gave me this haircut like an hour ago. And thanks for the follow, William Gog. Yeah, I think you just come from the YouTube channel, right? Yeah, I've seen you chatting about this keyboard and I'm like, I'm just building this tonight. So if you want to check it out, this is the best time. Okay, so the first thing first, stabilizers lubing. And yeah, remember I have the PCB already mil-maxed in previous session. Oh, you got your final vaccine shot. Wow, that's a huge milestone. Yeah, so I got this PCB mil-max socket with 0305, and it means I can keep using different switches. Yeah, I think people can get all the reservation nowadays soon-ish, which means, yeah, very soon I will also get mine and get back to the society. Yeah, I'm a really conservative person. I try to not go outside easily, especially during the quarantine time. So mil-max socket, mil-max break easy like Cal socket? No, it won't. Just because how mil-max sockets are working differently than Cal socket, mil-max is pretty stable, especially like it comes from the top. So whenever how you insert that, it's just like pushing that in, so there's no way it will break. And Cal socket were put on the bottom, so whenever you try to push your switches in, it kind of like trying to push out the socket. So that's totally different direction. I definitely like building keyboard. This is like my hobby and my #1 favorite thing outside my work and my normal life. Normal life meaning like cooking, eating, watching TV. So this is something I can get to new things every day, potentially, if I really want to build every day. You're trying to get your son keyboard, you have good parents. Yeah, keyboard building is definitely fun, but you know, like if you want to solder a PCB, that's not healthy for a child. So definitely try to start from a hot swap PCB. And I think the best budget keyboard right now is the one that will go on sale next Wednesday on Canon Key. So there is a 60% keyboard really budget, target to budget market because the finish is not perfect. It used some paint job to paint the keyboard. So if you are someone who care about all the details, that may not be the one for you. But if you just enter the hobby, I think that one is definitely the good one. Yeah. So Tofu is last year entry, and this year had a lot of like entry board, from KBD Lite 67 Lite to NK65. NK65 is also not good now, and especially compared to the I just don't know how that pronounced. Yeah, let me show the link to you guys. Yeah, so this is the keyboard, which will go on sale next week. Pretty interesting keyboard. I've seen several streamer, YouTuber build that already, and it's O-ring gasket mount, but it's friction mount. So that means it doesn't have two case half, like sandwich the O-ring gasket. So if you flip the board, potentially the PCB will fall out. Yeah, I kind of making PCB hot swappable if they are not previously. But a lot of times people can just get a hot swap PCB by default. For example, the link I sent above, it comes with a hot swap PCB. But remember one thing, if you want to get a keyboard, it's really hard fight. It's not like you can easily get one without fighting with other people. So you need to check out like crazy time. So if you cannot check out something without within like 1 minute, maybe the item will just be gone. Yeah, and also budget. Yeah, Miss Forty says the truth. If you have only budget of $100, it's really hard to get one. And also I think for the 60% from Canon Key, they also have this color. And I probably will try to get this one. Yeah, it's like a Tofu. Cheaper, I will say less quality on the finish of the aluminum case, but maybe better typing experience. So it's similar to, you know, like KBD 67 Lite, which has like just worse quality around the case because it's ABS plastic, but it produces better typing feeling and typing sound. So it's all trade-off. Like depends on you want a good quality keyboard, or do you want to have a keyboard that's like type good, sound good. Yeah, so it's totally preference or trade-off if you want to get to the $100 to $150 range. Yeah, so this keyboard retail at like $310, but you need to add the cost of like shipping and maybe tax if your state charge tax on that. So it's definitely more expensive. And the cheapest TKL, I would say it's still NK87, but that's definitely not a good keyboard by any perspective. By the way, let me just to enable my chat on my phone so it's easy to observe. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I just looped the stabilizers. And the next thing is need to put the stabilizers on, so we need to use the super loop. And my Dragon Ball loop haven't arrived yet. And I feel like yeah, the super loop, the electric grease were still the better way of doing while than 205G0, because 205G0 is a little bit thin. Yeah, it's already sold to other people. So I'm building for other people. Yeah. So if you type service, service, okay. So that's the link. If you want to do something and wonder what the price is, that's my price. And I can definitely help you find out a good keyboard without cost you like, you know, some $100 wasting on some bad keyboards. Like I will probably not recommend NK65 or NK87. Yeah, maybe the first time you get them, you feel like they are better than your pre-built keyboard, but just marginally better. And definitely worse than other keyboard. So better spend money on something worse and also take some time to with them coming. Yeah, so we are going to use the 6.25U spacebar, and yeah, we need some washer for sure. So for this keyboard, it can be built by top mount. Sorry, I'm not doing a giveaway tonight. I just don't have too much things to give away. And usually people do giveaway, get the content or get the item from sponsor, or just like in general they have too many personal items that they don't need. Yeah, you're not like going to some stream and yeah, can you do giveaway? It's not what the stream is doing. It's to understand something you don't really know, or maybe just enjoy some building stream, right? So you can ask many questions as you can because I'm building, so I have nothing else to do anyway. Yeah, so if your sound like 60% and your son doesn't care about RGB, click the link I sent above and sit on your computer screen like some minutes before. Like minutes before that job time, and remember to set up your address, credit card autofill, and finally check out as soon as possible. So start your option first. Yeah, if he need to use arrow key, 65% could be better, but yeah, that also costs a little bit more. Yeah, if he doesn't like RGB, that's the best, because sometimes RGB limit too much. So with RGB, a lot of options are not possible. And if he likes 60%, that's perfect, because most 60% were affordable. But I just don't know whether that keyboard will sell out instantly. That was a hot keyboard for sure. And that will be the first time it's on sale. Hydrate. Cool. Yes, I need hydrate. I need to grab my water. cup. Be right back. Yeah, if you are okay with just the normal color, for example, like black on white or white on black, I think there are some good keycaps on drop with those basic color and has pretty good quality. Yeah, most people probably feel like they want some shiny keycaps and spend $60, $70 to get some fancy keycaps, but turns out they are not good quality and it's just waste money of that $60. So it's better spend maybe like $100 on some good keycaps. Is there some limit to where you can ship to? Oh yeah, Notion, PBT Notion is also a great choice. By the way, I need to turn off my fan that produced too much noise. Yeah, I think PBT Notion is another thing that I also recommend my intern getting. Yeah, be right back. So my intern recently asked me what keycaps, what keyboard to get. And he didn't get anything before, and he wants a 75% with a knob and the LED screen. My intern is my intern. It's no one. And yeah, he wants a 75% with LED and a knob. Yes, that's what he said. And he said he cannot find anyone in stock with that option. And he showed me what picture got him in. GMK Pro has no LED. It has a knob with 75%. So he just showed me the satisfaction 75 and asked me where can he get one. Yeah, and the next thing I told to him totally make him like heartbroken. Yeah, I said you can only get it from aftermarket and it's currently selling for more than $1,500. Yeah, anyway, after all, I just like recommend him getting a GMK Pro as his first custom and try to play with that so he know whether he likes that like custom keyboard stuff. And the keycaps I recommend him to get, yeah, it's the PBT Notion. That's actually a good keycaps to do for your first keyboard. Yeah, the only thing is I don't know the quality of that. It just like looks really good, but I haven't personally trying that, so it's really hard for me to just recommend 100%. Especially there's no way to tell which PBT Cherry keycaps manufacturer they are running. Like historically there are always some Chinese manufacturer producing some PBT keycaps, but they are not worth that much money because they are selling like maybe $30-40 in the Chinese market and selling $80-90 here. For example, the Canon key PBT keycaps. So what they got people are selling $40–50 in China market, but selling like 80–90 here. I mean, for switches depends on what you want. If you like the Holy Panda sound, to be honest, you can get the Holy Panda from Mr. Frosty. He wants to get the better one, so he probably will try to. Hey, thank you for follow, Winter Kid. Yeah, you have the Holy Panda, you want to desolder that. And okay, so if you desolder that, or you ask me to desolder that, it's probably not good for any hot swap PCB, so that's some bad option for William. Yeah, I won't recommend doing that. No, I don't have the other half of your Holy Panda. I got 70 and your board cost like 60 something. So I only get like 8 or 10. I didn't buy 110 for your keyboard. Like, I'm insane to have, you know, like additional 50, right? There's no way I'm getting that. I mean, I cannot even fill a keyboard with that much Holy Panda switches. So yes, but Holy Panda switches are 3-pin. Unless you make your own Holy Panda with 5-pin housing. So 3-pin switches are not perfect for hot swap PCB because sometimes the hot swap spot doesn't have the plate to secure that. So it might not be the perfect one for hot swap. Yeah, I tried on some boards. Personally, I don't really like how Holy Panda really put on the hot swap PCB, so I mostly solder them in. So if you really want the Holy Panda sound and Holy Panda typing feeling, I would recommend getting the U4T. It's called U4 Saki or U4 Sock or U4T for short. And I don't know, yeah, there should be some places selling that still, but worst case you can just get it from AliExpress. Like, they probably take a month or two to get, but they are selling that without any limit because they are producing in China. So U4T is definitely a good choice. They cost not a lot, like around 60 cents each. So definitely try the U4T if you had a chance. Okay, so all the aqua color stabilizers. Yeah, so the 3D keeps the black U4T. I think they are not in stock. Actually, I got them when they first released and I didn't realize they are not in stock. So I have to wait until the Switch is in stock so they can start shipping to me, and I also ordered some Lube with them. So basically I'm waiting for that Lube all the time. Yeah, they didn't make it really clear. Like, only after I ordered, then they are telling me it's not going to ship before another month. So I feel like it's a little bit false advertisement, or at least they didn't say in the title. But I'm fine. I'm not waiting. I'm not relying on the Lube I'm buying from them. I still have plenty Lube. I just want to prepare for the next one. Okay, okie dokie. I'm almost done on this stabilizer part. I just need to add more Lube, as always. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely a good step, but sometimes the stabilizers may not need them, but I'm just getting no matter what. Yeah, but the black one costs a little bit more than the regular color. And currently I have my regular one on my E7. So I have a pretty tactile board from Exclusive, and I have a pretty like nice linear board from Jackie. Yeah, I like those keyboards. Please keep sending me those nice keyboards. I will try as much switches as possible. Yeah, one day if I become a big streamer, I definitely will do giveaway for those prototypes, but not today. I still like them. I still don't have tons of keyboards I can do giveaway. But have anyone seen the Mac Madness? Have you voted on Mac Madness? So Mac Madness is basically a tournament for the keyboard industry, custom keyboard, and basically there are tons of keyboard and keycaps, and it's the elimination game between different parties. Okay, yeah, I think I got the same prediction, Andromeda for the board of the year, and the second one my prediction goes to Vega. Yeah, definitely. I just don't really get a chance to get one, so I'm just sad. I'm not pissed off, I'm just sad. I wish I can get one, but I didn't. Yeah, Vega may win over Bar, then AIO3 design were just like going the hype. So Miss Frosty, if you don't know, Vega and Andromeda were both keyboard from AIO3. So my keycap set on the crown, I chose Botanical, and so far so good. It looks like it's still doing a great job on the tournament. Another one, I don't remember what's the second choice I chose. Maybe the Modern Dodge. And to be honest, maybe I will guess correctly on the finals. So 3 of the 4 keycap sets from the tournament right now, I mean the top 4, are from Dixkey. Actually, we should call it Omni types. So looks like he gets too much hype. And also the only non-AIO3 keyboard in the keyboard is from Omni type. Yeah, and also I think 8008 2 is basically the same as 8081, right? So if it's an old design, why people still vote for that? That's another thing I don't really understand. Okay, so we have the hex, we need to use the hex. I think it's about the hype. So people usually vote for things they cannot get. People usually vote for things that were discussed more than they have. Yeah. Olivier. It just like hyped no matter what. And also I heard Olivier will have R3 and also some PBT version. So I will wonder how that really works. PBT Olivier. To be honest, I have Olivier already, and also I entered the NK65 Olivier edition. So I actually have one DCS or DSS version of Olivier later this year. Yeah, I definitely like the Olivier. Yeah, Miss Frosty gets both. You also get both Ramaki, right? Okay, time to use the Water King or Aqua King. Should I say? Oh, can I change the title now? Let me check. So the title should be Aqua King or Aqua Devastating TKL with Aqua Stabilizers. It's the real Aqua King. Okay, cool. So we got this PCB. It's the FR-4 plate, and for the first version of Devastating TKL, they get both FR-4 plates for 7U and regular, which is universal. But since this PCB were Mumax to the regular layout, we are not going to use the 7U. And let's see if it can fit. Like, there's no way it cannot fit, right? But it was a little bit tight fitting in general. Okay, so I don't want to hurt the board, so let's go this way. Yeah, so for any hot swap, no matter it's Mumax or regular, you want to make sure your pin was straight when inserting the switch. And I usually insert the corner first, so that I make sure the whole plate were parallel with the keep. Yeah, I see all those Water King or Aqua King switches had bent pin easily. Yeah, I wonder if it's because the shaping. You know, sometimes you want to have a better shaping back so that the switch pin were not as bad as this. But maybe it's not because of that. Okay, so we got this one and we can adding more. Yeah, I think I'm really surprised about E7V2 lost to Maha. Is that what pronounced to? Maha? Yeah, at first I thought it's Maja. So during the daytime I just see it's winning for like more than 10%, double digit percent. Then the end result was totally flipped. So I've never seen any result like that. Yeah, so the Water King, the Aqua King itself is pretty transparent from all the angles. Maja. I don't know, I heard people talking in different songs. Yeah, I think in the keyboard community, one thing I don't really get is how things are pronounced. Because most people were getting the pronunciation from stream or YouTube video. Okay, Maja. Yeah, nice. I always learn something from the streaming itself. That's good part. Yeah, once you get some switches in, the rest are easier to get. So this keyboard has F13 key, so it can use for showing off your artisan keycaps, which I don't know if I will use anyone, but yeah, let's try to use the BAB again. I only have one yet. I'm waiting for another 2 winning shipping to me soon. Yeah, I know the feeling now. Getting more and more artisan keycaps. It's not dream. It's just like whether you want to get them or not, and how deep your wallet is. It's crazy. So I heard the Aqua King switches from the preview key had some default ones. I'm not sure if I will have this one with I have someone with this batch, but I don't really get from preview key. I get from EL keyboard supply. I don't know if they still have any in stock. Okay, yeah, I think inserting switches take more time than I expect. Yeah, it's definitely due to the 0305 socket has smaller switch hole than your normal Cal socket. But it's also a good one because that means your switches were tight fitting to the case, to the PCB, so it won't shift around easily. Yeah, and also this is a TKL, so average you need to insert 20 more switches than 65% and 30 more switches than your 60%, which is almost 50% more time. So if you are tired of inserting switches, get a 40%. Like Prime E, which still the best 40% keyboard I've seen. I mean, probably not as good as a Daily. That one is probably the king of 40%. Yeah, I guess if 40% keyboard had one Mac Madness, that will win. Yeah, this switches looks really pretty, like crystal from some angle. Crystal clear. Yeah, the only thing is I don't really buy switches in a batch of 90, so I don't really get a lot of chance to build TKL. So the only switches I have available to build a TKL is Penguin switch, Alpaca, I have plenty Alpaca switches, Lavender switches, same as Alpaca because I like these two the best. Then it's really just this new one, the Water King, because I bought this one to pair with my Ska Reboot. And the reason I try to pair this switch with my Ska Reboot is because that's a RGB keyboard, a RGB TKL keyboard. That's not happening a lot, right? And I think most of the RGB keyboard in, I won't say higher end, but mid end to higher end come from Chinese market. I think people in China still like RGB. But here in Western community, RGB is not something people still have a fan of. I haven't followed the recent IC or GB stuff, I think I'm kind of like busy with the work because I'm trying to finish up some work before end of the week, so we can launch something next week. Is there anything interesting coming out recently that requires some good eye on that? Like besides the keyboard I saw from Canon Key. Oh yeah, one thing. Jelly Epoch. Anyone going Jelly Epoch tomorrow? I think I have some friends who want to go Jelly Epoch tomorrow. I don't think I'm a fan of the look for that, but just from other stream, people like the typing and sound a lot. It's like if you bluntly looking for a keyboard that types nice and sounds good, yeah, get that. But I don't know, should you get that? Just get the ping sound. Definitely no more keyboard for you and your Piggy. So the Piggy, I think the tentative timeline for that will be like end of April or early May. So that will be the time. I think Jackie will announce soon. Just because he finally got all the prototype and start getting ready to ship to streamers. So it's final call to say what layout to choose and also what the switches, what the color to go the final run. I don't think he will wait for shipping completely because that could be several weeks. And he will probably just run the group buy while it's still shipping, and he definitely shows like by shipping some unit early and make sure people are getting that already. So I just like persuade him a little bit to say like, can you wait until all the beer ships? But he's like, this cannot be waited anymore. I don't know, it's him. I cannot really push too much after I already pushed enough. Okay, so we finally get 88 switches insert into this keep, and we have two more. One I'm going to loop and another I'm going to loop and film if I have time, or if I want to, because I don't think, actually you never know, maybe it will make a huge difference. Yeah, that's classic Jackie. Okay, let me get so typical. Okay, these screws are not magnetic, so it doesn't matter. I will probably just put on my switch jar top. Yeah, I wish I don't forget them after that. And I'm going to burger mount this one. So burger mount means you are sandwich the O-ring, sandwich the plate with O-ring by using some longer screw. And it's all provided, so it's officially supported rather than aftermarket mod. But you can almost mod most of the, I shouldn't say that, but you should check out your keyboard on your top mount. Maybe you can also do burger mount. So the reason it's supported because it provides that, and also you can see like the screw hole has a O-ring cut out to put the O-ring here. So likely you need to put O-ring on those spots first. Okay, glad I'm using this one, this desk mat. If I'm using a black desk mat, I will totally freak out. And this is definitely best to use tweezer. Okay, let me put our plate on the side so we can make sure we put the plate straight. Yeah, so this O-ring cutout that you can put O-ring securely. Yeah, sometimes tweezer work is not easy. And O-ring is definitely the way to go here. Like I think Satisfaction 75, you can also go top mount, but most people go O-ring, like burger mount. Okay, cool. So next thing is we need to use the longer screw and connect that with a O-ring. Actually, maybe I will just use my hands to screw first. And I'm not all the way screwed in first. I'm just trying to get that. Yeah, so basically put O-ring first, then put O-ring on the screws, so that you basically have your screw head, O-ring, the plate, then another O-ring, then finally the case. So it can definitely soften the piping as well as the vibration. But in order to support burger mount, your keyboard have to have enough, like, you know, screw range, so the screw can be inserted in. Okay, so some technical difficulty. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't lift a little bit because maybe the O-ring shift. You need more JTK keycaps tray. Okay, I think I have some O-ring slipped, so maybe I need to redo that. So next time, remember, don't try to lift your case because it will mess up. The O-ring already inserted. That's tons of money to invest in the tray. Yeah, I feel like after all, I'm putting my keycaps on my keyboard a lot, so I don't really need to have all the trays, just because how they are not complete. So I think only if you have too many keycaps more than your keyboard, that's when you really need a tray. Otherwise, maybe not need. Okay, I would say maybe there was some additional O-ring somewhere, like here. Okay, cool. So again, make sure all the O-ring were put in the slot they belong to, and carefully put your keyboard mid part here, and then don't lift your keyboard at all. Then try to screw in. That's what the burger mount should be. And you can just like do all 8 first, then try to secure them. because in this way you will not shift any plate or keyboard by just doing this one. It will be much easier for you to make sure all the O-ring were still there. Okay, let me see what pin this is. Yeah, Jackie is asking me something. Let me make sure. Which day is the Friday of? Oh yeah, I remember. Friday is 30th, April 30th. Did I give any clue around something? Yeah, I will give one more leak. Jackie asked me if April have 31st. Yeah, so it's really close. Yeah, but same concern is whether people will have different feeling about that when they still don't have the beer receiving. And also, yeah, will it ready or not? Okay. Interesting. So unless this screw is not for the plate, I mean it's possibly not for the plate. Thank you for the follow. Okay. This follow is my intern. My intern comes. We were just talking about you. In some way, yeah, I was mentioning like you want the satisfaction 75 and I end up recommending GMK Pro. That story. Yeah. Why do I know you will come? So tell you about that. It's like a good segue to introduce you to the Keep family. So welcome to the Keep family. Here are all friendly people who won't fight. And some are my customers, some are my friends in some Discord server. And actually customer also become friends, so they are all friends. And intern are all my friends, so everyone is friends now. Yeah, Mr. Frosty was curious about who is my intern, and here goes my intern. So this is a TKL version of keyboard, and the color is pretty nice, but currently I'm messed up with the screws that I should use for the plate, which I should use the smaller ones, not the longer ones. And I don't know why they have the longer ones already for the case, which are not actually hex screws, they are Phillips screws. So I don't think that's the right way doing it, because you don't have a Phillips from the toolkit. This is indeed rabbit hole. Everyone can tell you from this chat. I mean, someone just started, so they cannot really speak of that, but they will know how everyone can vouch for the rabbit hole part. Okay, so we have all the screws out, which were just like the screws really messed me up. And let's go back. Okay, so again, we put all the O-ring here and make sure they are on the right spot. Now let's put the plate on. Okay, not too bad this time. And this time I will make sure I'm not using the long screws. I'm leaving the long screws for all the case part. Okay. Yeah, I think Levi can tell I'm not making that much mistake during work than this. Yeah, I think I'm missing another O-ring. I don't know where it is, but yeah, I'm missing one, but I'm fine. Oh yeah, it's here. Yeah, it's too easy to mess up, but on Keyboard Hobby, anything mess up is not end of the world. You can always try to go back and fix them. Not perfect. There's no way I'm perfect. And people may not know what PR is. Yeah. In this hobby, not everyone is programmer. Oh yeah, so my bad. Yeah, I just got some new stuff coming out today. That's why I'm actually building a different keyboard than the GMK Pro, which I know you are most curious about. So sorry about that, but I definitely have that ready to open. A nice keyboard, nice. So maybe not building, but I can unbox. And maybe different time, yeah. I think the reason is being this keyboard I need to ship out tomorrow, so either I build this one or not build this one with all the switches I want to test. So I just like rather build this one tonight. Yeah, it's back to back. Like, how to say that? So many deadlines for me. But this deadline is pretty easy. I already Mumax this PCB before, so I just need to assemble. And assemble is for myself because I want to test out these switches on this key. So what nice case are you putting your keycaps on? Is that the same nice case you always have, or a different nice case? Yeah, so when you screw the screws, make sure you are not over tighten. If you over tighten, then it doesn't really give the enough bouncy feeling. And you can see from the top, all the O-ring were kind of like squeezed in. So if you don't want this squeezed too much, you can also like untighten a little bit. So try to do the evenly, like maybe 1/2 circle by the tools you have here. So you get a little bit flex typing feeling than the stock feeling. Yeah, I bet this won't be too bad because you were over tightened before. Okay, cool. So it gave some flex. Now we are putting back the case, but before that we are going to use the polyfill. Actually, I don't know how to use this one. Like Canon Key gave me this one, and to be honest, I don't know how to use this. Is there anybody who used this one before? Do you just put under the PCB and assume they work? I feel like they are so... Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know how I can make it evenly to a state that I feel perfect. Yeah, maybe I will just try my best, then we will see. Okay, if it helps with sound and not break the keyboard, it's good. I'm just worried about getting some outside the case. So, okay, this is easier than I thought, but also harder than I expect. Okay. Bottom case first, screw the top. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I did that, so I probably will check if I need to do another time. Okay. So the next thing is I have these tools that I can use. So not end of the word. I really don't like this screw. I don't know. Feels like they are stuck at the bottom case. Is that the reason why they are not installed by default? But tools they gave were used for these screws. Not the best feeling of using this screw, but let's just use this as is. Okay, okie dokie. So we basically got this keyboard assembled together finally, and time to put the keycaps on. So I'm going to just use the GMK Bleached, which is just like so classic colorway, and I'm using all white keycaps. Yeah, black on white looks good on this special color. And I was thinking to use the GMK Noir on that, but that keycap set already on my girlfriend's keyboard, so I'm not going to take it out and put onto this keyboard. Yeah, this color is called Aqua, and it's very unique. I don't think there's many keyboard using this color. That's why it's harder to match keycaps, and most of the time I'm just using this basic color, because the basic color can actually pop the keyboard color better. Yeah, did you get the PB notion? So PB notion is basically navy on white, right? And with some color modifiers. So if you don't really use modifier, that's good on this one because it's all like white. Almost like that color. Yeah, I'm just like wish it has more than that color mods. So potentially you can try on different keyboard with monochrome. Yeah, I also heard their quality is pretty good, and they are very versatile on different keyboards, and especially for like the silver color. Okay, maybe I overlooked. Oh, or maybe. Okay, I need to check out the stabilizers later. So shipping is usually like $10 for the hobby, no matter what you get. That's what I find. Yeah, that bar looks really good, but still didn't really help bar to win over Vega. So it's really hard to see how the hype really generated. I think Teha made several keyboard video about bar, but not only one of Vega, right? So it's really strange. Yeah, I had feeling that I may overlooked on the stabilizers a little bit, so they feel like sluggish, or maybe, let me check. Oh yeah, it popped out. So when you push the keycaps, interesting. Okay, this possibility I screwed them not in a right direction. Yeah, I will probably fix that. I will probably just not use these keycaps. I mean, I'm not using right shift anyway, so I will just leave it here. But yeah, you will see it's a little bit crooked. Oh, this keycaps has F13, so let's just use F13 easily. And my bad, why I'm using a shift key here? Nobody tell me. Okay, yeah, I think the keyboard is pretty clean. So very fresh, very clean, and looks like a Brutal series keyboard. Yeah, I think I dig into this aqua color more and more. Maybe the next week, if I want to try the budget 60% from Canon key, I may try the Aqua color. Okay, so the thing I need to fix is probably not over loop the stabilizers, so probably remove some loop from them. And luckily this is Max socket keyboard, PCB, so it's easy to remove all the switch and try that out. And also maybe try to screw again on the right shift. So let's test the PCB first. Okay, let's see. And the reason I test the PCB at this late is because I tested last time when I maxed. So potentially they should work. Spacebar doesn't work. So if spacebar doesn't work, there's two possibilities. What Keycaps said, this is the GMK Bleached. Yeah, so the first possibility here I basically already find is the spring, the pin or band. So this is GMK Bleached. It's also the black on white. Yeah, it looks almost the same. Although black on white looks the same, right? Huh, what have I been going for all the keycaps? They are all flipped. Potentially the color difference. And also this is like icon mods and also all uppercase on the mods. Yeah, so you can see like we have the traditional like all uppercase mods, and for your keycaps they are lowercase. So it depends on if you like them or not. Yeah, you may find they are better or worse. Okay, typing sometime, monkey type, and also okay. The spacebar may not be that good because I may overloop a little bit. But in general, this should not be too bad. And so this is the Devastating TKL I built with Water King or Aqua King switches stock without any loop. And the stabilizers I use Everglide V2 stabilizers. Loop with Krytox 25G0 and Direct Grease. So the keycaps are GMK Bleached. Let's see how they turn out. Yeah, I don't think they need to lube, but yeah, I think the stock Water King sounds actually pretty nice. So here's mod sound. If we Yeah, I think they are pretty good even without lube. And I will definitely try to do different switch testing if you are interested, so we can see whether this is the new switch, linear switch king. So I'm going to just switch to a different view again. And basically we have everything else still water king, and we will go some loop JWK and maybe some unlooped JWK. So some unlooped JWK, and yeah, I think this sounds pretty good without any need of lubing. So potentially really good switch for any every keyboard sound good to you. Depends. I probably will make a video telling you how bad the sound could be and how different a keyboard modding can generate. So the right two, these two were looped JWK, looped and film JWK. Basically like Alpaca, Soho, like even Tangerine could sound similar. Anything but wrong. Okay. So what other switch? Ink? Do I have loop ink? Yeah, I don't think I have loop ink anymore. What other switches I have? I want to just get some linear switch because that's the comparison for. Yeah, maybe Tangerine. Yeah, I can go Tangerine. Yeah, remember the switch spot matters, so it's not very scientific comparison. Do I have Everglide? Yes, I have Everglide. So this is the Everglide Water King, the transparent one. So the full keyboard is built with Everglide Water King. And I'm just testing different other switches, which were pretty much the smoothest switches, and I won't say best sounding, but a lot of people favorite sounding switches as well. Okay, so yeah, again, we have different switches. We can do some sound test. H1. I don't think I have any left. Oh, yeah, I have. Do I? Yeah, I do. You are asking the right person. I still have the leftover H1 from the stream the other day. It's actually right here, just right on my desk. Boba shortage? Yeah, I heard about that. It's crazy, right? So it's the real boba shortage. There's no way you can get a boba now. No, just kidding, but it's yeah, the boba tea, not the boba switch. So it's not the tea part, it's the boba. Because of the, is that the manufacture part or is that the transportation part? But in general, you probably get less chance to get the boba in the near future. I really love boba tea. Okay, yeah, I definitely put this flipped. So yes, let's just do typing sound difference. So SD, the first two, my go-to boba order, I think it's the regular black tea boba black tea, milk tea and with boba, so I try to go that all the time. But sometimes I can go matcha boba tea. But maybe for matcha I will go red bean. Yeah. Cool. So as the first two are tangerine. And the second two are water king. And the third stock alpaca V2. And then is the looped and filmed JWK. And next two are H1 loop filmed. Yeah, Levi, it's not just you. I can already tell. The only thing I can tell difference is the Water King seems a little bit popping. I even feel like the factory loop maybe some switches are overlooped. And the last one is definitely unlooped alpaca V2. I can definitely feel they have some spring sound, spring noise. But you have to really like get closer. That's why I feel like if you don't really go loop, alpaca V2 is pretty good option. But if you ever want to go loop, all the JWK linear is pretty good. But nowadays, Water King is something that you don't really need to loop, but still can achieve the better sound. Yeah, I'm just curious whether this is overlooped by me, or overlooped by the stabilizers or by the switches itself. So let's just switch to another switch. Yeah, let's use maybe looped JWK. Okay, so let me try the shift key to see if it's still sluggish. Yeah, and Water King. So you want to get Water King for your polarize? I can do that. Okay, so Water King again. Yeah, I feel like Water King is a little bit overlooped on some keys, so maybe I need to change the keys to see if it will affect the stabilizers. Yeah, maybe the problem is not you have to loop, it's like maybe you have to open and wipe some loop for some switches. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, I feel like maybe that's just the switches I chose for this one, maybe a little bit overlooped. Yeah, I can definitely see like it has pretty good loop on that, and let's just open it up to see how much loop they may have. Yeah, I don't have my switch opener here, so I'm just using my tweezer. Okay, by looking at the loop, yeah, this didn't seem to be too much loop. It's just like maybe not very even. Oh, I actually have a new command for sponsor, which I should try that out. And I should update the command. Is that something like you can go automatically? Yeah, but I can tell this switch is a little bit overlooped. Switch buffered. Let me see if it's getting any bad on my side. Yeah, not too bad from my side, so not sure. But yeah, I think overall, if you really compare the switches, like you can hear from just compare. If you can really hear so Tangerine and the normal JWK are a little bit different, and normal JWK and H1 are very close. Yeah, it's just because H1 has maybe the same composition as like JWK, like Alpaca, Soho, Dodgy. And unlooped, I don't know if you can hear the like spring ping. But yeah, I think overall the Water King were pretty live on the hype. Yeah, see you around. Yeah, I think it's too late now and I probably have to head out. By before that, I will definitely show the GMK Pro for our lovely Levi. So he didn't come by, only watch the Water King and decide I need the switch, but what about the keyboard? Yeah, catch you later. So let's just end the stream with open unbox on the GMK Pro. Yeah, by the way, let me reply one thing. You don't notice the difference? Yeah, anyone would be good for you. Yes, it's really just like marginal difference, to be honest. And you can choose like whatever the favorite color you have. So this is the GMK Pro. And yeah, the packaging is pretty good. And there's tons of foam around that. And finally, it's the keyboard and something like the gasket and bad keycaps puller. Don't use that. Switch puller, bad switch puller. Don't use that. I don't want to answer that question. Okay, so this is the keyboard. Let's just take a look. And I probably will build this one tomorrow. So we will just like take a sneak peek. So looking at the anode, the quality is not that bad. They are not like very cheap anode, will turn out. But the only thing I will say is it's not the white color. It's definitely a silver. So I can compare a white with a silver actually. So this is my white color keyboard and this is a silver. Actually this is a white by definition of GMK. Can you spot the difference? I cannot tell. They are the same, right? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So this is the color. So when you choose the keycaps, you probably want to find corresponding keycaps. And also the stabilizers. Yeah, I will probably check out, but their loop job were pretty bad. They just stick a lot of loop into the front. Yeah, I probably will replace that with different ones. Definitely silver. I don't think they should mention it as a like Snow White. It's not Snow White anyway. But yeah, you're right. It's definitely cheaper. For example, this keyboard cost 170, right? 170 for this keyboard with the knob, and I think my client got a different knob as well. And I don't know how you can replace. Yeah, you can just replace by pulling out and try to change to a different knob. But yeah, that's what you have. So PBT Notion on this one, I think that one looks good. PBT Notion is pretty versatile color, and this keyboard, like if you don't really go other color, like if you want to just get the white or black, I think this one will go white, right? Okay. Yeah, anyway, so this is the unboxing. I probably won't open it up tonight. I will probably leave it for tomorrow to build. And in general, I think the anode looks good, color definitely off, and the stabilizers definitely need to either tune it or maybe replace it. So we will see how we'll deal with these stabilizers. But yeah, I'm kind of pretty hyped by this one, by how this will go. Maybe try to put 1 or 2 switches and see how they sound stuck. This is how easy a hot swap PCB can be used. Just GMK Olivier. Yeah, maybe. I don't think Olivier looks bad on anyone. Should I get different cable with it? I think cable is fine. Let me check the included ones. Okay, so it's not quad cable, but it's a cable. So if you want to get a fancy one, you can definitely get one, but this definitely works. Yeah, it's working, but if you want to spend better money on something fancier, or maybe just like, yeah, Miss Frosty knows about the link. Yeah, I will forward the link later. He's still my intern after today. Yeah, let's see. Let's actually hear the sound difference between these two keyboards. How much difference they will produce. Okay, 1 second. I need to check out. That's huge difference for sure. There's no way this cable and the other cable you see were the same. Yeah. Okay, I shouldn't compare a $500 keyboard with a $200 keyboard, but I don't think this sounds any bad. It's just like what you really need to have. For example, if you get a Water King versus if you get some like normal switches, they will sound very different. So get the best switches on the market is very important. But yeah, I have to go. I have something that I need to take care, and I think a lot of people were also late on their time zone. So it's time to say good night, everyone, and I will probably check out tomorrow on this GMK Pro. Yeah, thank you for chiming in. Yeah, nice to meet you all. Bye.